I'll make them for you in just a moment. Marriage has always been a joyous occasion, and it is meant to bring happiness and fulfillment in the lives of every single person that it touches. And today, Jenn and Mike, you're presenting yourselves before your friends and your family with the intention to become a husband and wife. So I think it's only fitting to start with that you turn and face them. So, although today really is a tribute to Mike and a tribute to Jenn, it's really a tribute to all of you who are here today and all of you who are watching at home.
I agree.
Because it's knowing you and interacting with you that made them who they needed to be to find each other in this world. And they're very appreciative of each and every one of you who are here today. You're all part of the cloth or the quilt of their lives. And it's an important quilt. It's a quilt that on a day when things may be a little dark and a little stormy that they can wrap around themselves, knowing they've got the friendship or the comfort of friendship and of family. And it's a quilt that on a day like today, when everything is spread out for the whole world to see with all its glorious textures and colors, a quilt that they have spread out to share with everybody. And each and every one of you has a very special place, not only in that quilt, but in Mike and in Jenn's heart. It's a place they have reserved for those that they call friends and family. So of all of you gathered here today, I would like to ask you, will you continue to set an example for Jenn and for Mike and for an example of what being married is about, and for those of you who are married, an example of what you can do when you combine love and marriage together? And so please say I will.
I will.
We will.
And you promise to support this union as Mike and Jenn grow together as a couple. And
Hell
so
yeah.
please say I do.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah works. And you promise to invite them over for dinner at least once a month.
Oh, for sure.
Face to face and hand in hand. What greater thing is there for any two people than to know the two of you are joined together to strengthen each other in all labor, to minister each other in all sorrow, really to share with each other all the happiness that life has to give. Marriage is an act of faith. It's a personal commitment between two people. In fact, marriage has been described as the most important relationship that can take place between any two human beings. It's the construction of your love and your trust in one another in one single growing energy of life. And it's a lifelong commitment of unconditional love, backed up with goodwill to make it endure. And I hope that's the way it is with the two of you. I hope that your marriage brings you all the exquisite excitements that marriage is supposed to bring. And I hope life also brings you patience and tolerance and understanding. I hope you need one another, not so much to fill an emptiness, but really to know how full life can be. And I hope you look for things to praise. Take time every single day to say I love you. And if there are small or if there are quarrels or small faults, I hope you take any notice of those. And may you enter the mystery of one another's presence. I know that sounds kind of fancy, but what it means is you feel warm and near as you're standing here in this beautiful place, side by side and hand in hand, but you feel just as warm and just as near in different cities and maybe even in different states. And I hope you have happiness in your lives. And I hope you find happiness in making one another happy. And I hope you find love in your lives. And I hope you find love in loving one another. And I found a reading that I'd like to share with you. It goes like this. It's in the partnership of love that we find our greatest gifts. And it is in the mirror of love that we see our truest selves. Because when we love, we see things that other people don't see. We see beneath the surface, the qualities that make our loved ones special. To see someone with loving eyes is to know inner beauty. And to be loved is to be seen and known as we are to no other person. Someone who loves us gives us a very unique thing. It's a piece of ourselves, but it's a piece that only they have the ability to live. So now in front of all your friends and your family, we're going to ask you to confess your intentions out loud. Jenn, do you take Mike for your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to love him and to honor him, cherish and comfort him? Just got real, didn't it?
Ow!
And
Ow!
he and he alone for as long as you both shall live.
Sure do.
And Mike, do you take Jenn to be your lawfully wedded wife? Do you promise to love her and to honor her, to cherish and to comfort her, and be faithful to she and she alone for as long as you both shall live? Sure do. Now, I know that you have some vows you'd like to share with each other.
Hell yeah.
They're yours. You can go first, and I'm going to step back up and
Dearest Munchie Cheek, we've been focused on this wedding. Excuse me. We've been so focused on this wedding being the most important day of our life that we forget it's actually not. To me, the day I met you in a dark bar in Venice at 1:30 a.m. was the most important day of my life. No white dress, no flowers, and you didn't even remember what it looked like the next day. You You are hilarious, hardworking, loyal, and most importantly, one of the kindest people I've ever met. You've cared for me in a way nobody has before, and you loved me when I didn't like myself. You've never given up when things get hard, and that's the best. You are a great pep to Spaggy, and your constant support, whether it's for me, a friend, or a coworker, is unfloundering. I promise to always support you as well as us, and look forward to learning and growing with you throughout the rest of our long, long lives. You've given me the best user experience of any man I've ever dated before, and for that reason, I do. I love you, Munchie.
The best and scariest thing about life is you can have a life-changing moment at any time. You can't say when they'll happen, and they usually hit you when you're not expecting it. Well, that's what happened to me on the night I met you. They say when you meet the right person, you can know from the moment you meet them. I didn't believe it until it happened to me. Well, I don't remember every detail of our first encounter at that dark bar in Venice. I remember the feeling of it even now. It felt correct, it felt good. All my jokes were killing. You caught my attention right there, and my life hasn't been the same since. I'm lucky to have met you, and even luckier to be able to marry you today. You're one of the most selfless people I've ever met. You have a sharp sense of humor that always keeps me on my toes. You're always looking out for me and helping me to become the best version of myself possible. And yes, I feel like I'm outpicking my coverage here to be sure. I get to look at this beautiful face for the rest of my life. Sign me up for that. As we get ready to enter a legally binding marriage agreement, I vow to be the best husband I can be. I vow to do everything in my power to ensure the rest of our lives are as good as these first 4 years. I also vow to try to watch 90 Day Fiancé with you until Danielle finally finds her soulmate. Again, that's a long-term promise. I love you very much.
Wait,
Don't
that-
feel so
no.
We're now hand in hand. Now, I know the two of you would like to share rings together as an outward commitment, so would that give you the rings? Now, Jen, we'll start with you. If you'll take the ring, place it on the third finger of Mike's left hand, and repeat these words after me. Mike, as I give you this ring,
Mike, as I give you this ring,
I choose you to be my husband.
I choose you to be my husband.
And I give to you my unconditional love and affection.
And I give to you my unconditional love and affection.
And then Mike, if you'll take Jen's ring and place it on the third finger of her left hand, and repeat these words after me. Jen, as I give you this ring,
Jen, as I give you this ring,
I choose you to be my wife.
I choose you to be my wife,
And I give to you my unconditional love and affection.
and I give to you my unconditional love and affection.
Place the ring on her finger. And then if the two of you stand there hand in hand again. And if you both reach down with your thumbs and just feel the ring that you placed on each other's fingers. This is going to be a moment you're going to remember for a long time. It's the moment those rings went on those fingers forever. A lot of people don't know why they use the third finger of the left hand. And in the olden times, it was believed that the vein that's in that finger leads up your arm and straight over to your heart. And so we hold true with that tradition today. And the ring is, the two rings are a perfect circle of precious metal. The circle is an emblem of never-ending eternity, completeness. That precious metal has been taken from our Mother Earth. It's been tested in fire and it's been proven to be true. And it's such a fitting emblem of the love and the faith that the two of you have in one another, just as that precious metal has been tested in fire and your love for one another and your faith in one another proved to be just as true and endured just as long. Well, at this point, we've gotten the blessings of all your friends and family. You both said I do. We've exchanged rings as an outward commitment, or an outward symbol of an inward commitment. I think the only thing left for me to do, since you've taken these vows before myself and everyone gathered here today by the authority conferred upon me by the state of California, I now declare you husband and wife. May your days be good and long upon this earth. And Mike, the words that you've been waiting to hear, you may kiss your bride. To present to you for the very first time to the entire civilized world, Mr. and Mrs. Mike Stricoff.
We're civilized. Civilized world.